For replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo as Manchester United change transfer stance. It's not even been a year since Cristiano Ronaldo made a stunning return to Manchester United. The 37-year-old completed one of the biggest transfers in story when he came back to the club after 12-year absence, signing an initial 2-year deal from Juventus. Few could have foreseen the season ending so poorly when Ronaldo scored twice on his second debut as United took Newcastle United apart at Old Trafford in September. But for at least the first time in his career, Ronaldo has refused to leave the club. The news has come as a surprise to United and Erik Ten Hag, who had counted on keeping Ronaldo as he planned to strengthen other areas of the squad. Talk the club publicity method that Ronaldo is not for sale talk. There is feeling behind the skin that letting him go could be the best decision for all those involved. Ronaldo and his £500,000 a week's wages would be off the books, and Ten Hag would have the opportunity to play with a younger, more dynamic forward that may lack the goals that Ronaldo provided but is better fit for the system he wishes to play at Old Trafford. The problem is, though, that Ronaldo revolution has come out of the blue and has left United unprepared. The club lost out to Manchester City for Erling Haaland, while they back away in competition with Liverpool for Darwin Núñez as they felt their budget would be better spent elsewhere. But with Ronaldo now looking increasingly likely to leave the club, Metro.co.uk has compiled a list of potential replacements based on suitability for Ten Hag availability and United's budget. Robert Lewandowski, the most obvious upgrade on the list. Lewandowski has made the secret of his desire to leave Bayern Munich, and much like United with Ronaldo, the Germans have privately considered they will have to cash in on the pool. Barcelona is Lewandowski's preferred destination, but the Catalans are constrained by their crippling financial situation, and they already had to be rejected for the ex-Dortmund striker. At 33, Lewandowski is 4 years younger than Ronaldo, and he shows few signs of letting up. The striker net 15 goals in 46 matches last term, and he over more in league play than Ronaldo without the self-fitness in front of goal, which could have the like of Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford. It's unlikely that Lewandowski would be overly excited over a move to Old Trafford given their lack of Champions League football, but the chance to play in the Premier League before he retires could appeal to the pool. Bayern would likely demand a fee of around £45 million asking price for the strike, despite the fact that he is entering the final year of his deal. Victor Osimhen, if signing aging striker is to be thing of the past, then United could do a lot worse than a look at Napoli's sensation Osimhen. The Nigerian became the club record signing 2 years ago when he completed a £75 million move to Naples from Lille. It was inferred that the striker burst onto scan in European football, scoring 18 goals and 33 matches during its sole season with the Liga 1 side. The 22-year-old has maintained his progress since moving to Serie A and hasn't struggled with the higher standard of the league after managing an average of goal every 3 games during his debut season in Naples. Osimhen's output improved last time as he bagged 80 times in 32 matches. The forward would be a good fit for Ten Hag, as he able to press from the front when without the ball and enjoys making defense stretching runs when his side are in position. Napoli are said to be one of the few sides that are interested in signing Ronaldo, and they would likely consider a major offer for Osimhen. Paulo Dybala, United have twice sent to sign Dybala in the past, most recently on deadline day of the 2019 summer transfer window under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The Argentines hope of moving to the club appear over when the Norwegian spent £49 million Bruno Fernandes that January, but the playmaker left the Old Lady at the end of last season when his contract expired and he is available on a free transfer. Dybala has primarily operated as a second striker during his career. He is capable of playing in a more central position and could play the false nine, rule that the synthetic play under Ten Hag for 2 seasons in Ajax. The former Southampton winger scored 23 goals in 4 seasons on the South Coast, but net 38 times in his debut season in the Dutch capital as Ten Hag transformed him into an orthodox central striker. With wingers like Sancho and Rashford that get behind defense, a playmaking center forward like Dybala could knit the play together and see United move in different direction than if they stuck with Ronaldo. Dybala would command his wages, but it would be substantially less than what Ronaldo is currently taking home. Inter Milan had appeared the most likely destination for Dybala, but that was before the club sent Romelu Lukaku, meaning there are only a relatively small cluster of clubs that could take on Dybala's wage demand. Anthony Martial. He felt compelled to join Sevilla in January because of the competition from Ronaldo, Edinson Cavani, Mason Greenwood, and Marcus Rashford. But Martial could soon find himself as the only recognized center forward at the club if Ronaldo gets his wish of an exit. The Frenchman is not a great fit for now. Ten Hag wants to play and numerous United managers have had grievances with the forward low work rate. But with option on the market then on the ground, Martial would represent a good stopgap until January or next summer for Ten Hag to secure a long-term target. The former Wanko is as super back-to-back, disappointing campaign, scoring just 8 times in his last 47 appearances. But Martial showed what he can do as a center forward in the 2019 and 20 campaign, which was his last as United man before they signed Ronaldo and Edinson Cavani. The Frenchman scored 23 times in 48 appearances during a difficult season, and he has a good relationship with both Fernandes and Rashford, meaning there would be no setting in period.